Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes. The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cafu, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That has been cut short. Pull it. Shevchenko. Baresi gets across to intercept that. And here's Shevchenko. Ronaldinho. Nesta makes the interception. Threads one in. Cafu, looking for the runner. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Van Balten kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's a good run down the left. Luis Suarez. Van Basten. And here's the chance to counter. Van Balten gets a foot in here. First quarter of an hour gone. Zaire Emery conjures time and space where few can. Well, that's an excellent interception. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And he's intervened well there. And he's got the beating of his man. Seedorf. And Seedorf! Oh, he's been caught on it here.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Cafu. Ronaldinho. Milan have it back and can go again. Ambrosini. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Van Basten. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Cafu. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Shevchenko, who does have an assist to his name. Seedorf. Zaire Emery. Cole. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. And it's Van Basten. Milan looking to pass their way through. Van Basten! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Bellingham. Cole. Oh, and he's through the middle. Oh, he's burst through. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Cafu. He could be in here. Rijkaard. Half-time getting close now. Oh, that's a key interception. Maldini. And they can counter here. Now it's Shevchenko. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Zaire Emery. Bellingham.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Stood up well to him there. Cole. And here's Suarez. Played back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
And the finish! Really well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game will...
There's the whistle for half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And we are back on the way. He's had a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Bellingham. Shevchenko. Shot at goal! They've scored!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Milan take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He can run onto that. Ronaldinho. Bellingham! He's done very well to get to that.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Has a go! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's... In he goes again! And he's really put himself on the line here. Milan have their third corner. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rijkaard cuts out the pass.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
And here's
81.000
Bullet.
spettatori.
And Baston. And it's Maldini. Well-timed, excellent interception. Cafu. Oh, they can break here. Couldn't squeeze it through. Cole. And he cuts out the supply. Great defending, strong and determined.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product. And
In with a header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Van Dalten gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's through here. He's found some space. In with the challenge. Milan get their fourth corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cole. Floated up and over.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now that's well seen too. Seedorf. Into the last quarter of an hour. And Shevchenko. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well read, nice interception.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Van Basten. Ambrosini.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he's had a hit!
Attenzione, un cambio.
They're up to 5 corners now. Rijkaard is there and he can get that clear. Milan are looking to go forward now. And he's big chance, must be! There's the hit! He has done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They run it back and bit hard.
Milan move 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And now the breakaway. Costa Curta. Zaire Emery. And here's Mbappe.
Il quarto uomo indica 4
Good
minuti di
read,
recupero.
needed to be. Kaka. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Great ball, and he's in here. Kaka! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Numero 9.
Milan making another change here.
Il numero 11, il numero 20.
Zaire Emery. Cafu. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. And we're done. Milan can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And already we're underway here.
This is the time you need that pace.
Gullit going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's been shifted off it. Ronaldinho. Couldn't squeeze it through.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Shevchenko. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. It's Ronaldinho!
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh no, this does not look good. Oh, there's a probing ball. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Cafu gets into some space. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Milan are looking to go forward now. They get a throw in. Gullit. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bellingham. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Ronaldinho. Good spot, he's seen the run. That is a great pick out. Mignon gets rid without sophistication. And that could set him on his way. Shevchenko. Can he finish? And he's had a hit. In he goes again. Milan can count themselves very lucky there. They looked fragile.
Oh, that was a real let-off, Peter. I think they can count themselves very lucky.
Van Basten! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Van Basten is offering a wry smile there.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's Luis Suarez! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Cross header! Goal! Milan!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Milan finding their passes. Ronaldinho. Cafu. 30 minutes gone. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ronaldinho really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to...
Shevchenko! Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Looking for the runner. Mbappe. Ambrosini. Threads one in. Cafu. Mbappe.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Gullit, and here's Van Basten. Van Basten defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Back into the middle. Played back in. No way through there. Gullit.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And here's Ronaldinho. Oh, good read. Van Basten.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That is a great pick out. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting, and there is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption. Tries a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Van Basten gets it away. Baresi. Cafu. Baresi.
Milan have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Now there's a fine ball. Van Basten did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Gullit. Gullit. And it's Seedorf.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Now it's Mbappe. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Oh, can he get onto this? Well, that's been cut out, well played. Mbappe. Caught offside that time. Chiellini tries to clear. And that's another good win of the ball. And it's Ronaldinho. No, he's just misjudged that one.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Gullit. That is good alertness. Shevchenko is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Nice interception, well timed. Has a goal! It's in! And with that goal comes comfort! That was easy, almost too easy.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really...
Now, who's going to be first to this? He's shifting through the gears here. De Bruyne. Gullit. Ronaldinho. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's had it taken off him. The fullback is in acres of space here. Gullit. Seedorf. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Zaire Emery. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's intervened well there. Gullit is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now that's well seen too.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, it's Van Basten. And here's Ronaldinho. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
The movement was good.
Oh, what a mistake! Right, Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Shevchenko. Van Basten. Milan have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. The final 5 minutes. And he's in on goal! Van Basten did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Ronaldinho. And he cuts out the supply. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Oh, that's a key interception. Maldini running with the ball. Short changes him with that pass. And that's that. Milan are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Suarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Cole. Donnarumma can claim that.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Zaire Emery spots it and intercepts. Van Basten. Zaire Emery defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Shevchenko. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
The unmistakable Daniel Van Basten.
One of those players that's been there, done it, got the T-shirt.
And perhaps that's his greatest strength, Jim, his experience.
Certainly one of them, Peter, although for me his all-round game is what impressed most. He's a credible goal threat too, both inside the box and from range.
Yeah, he's got one mighty shot on him. I think it's true to say he once burst a ball while taking a free kick.
I can actually imagine that. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Quarter of an hour played. Oh, it's Van Basten. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shevchenko. Oh, that's nice. Oh, not quite.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Seedorf does really well to win the ball there. No way through. And that has left him in a heap. Ambrosini. Zaire Emery conjures time and space where few can.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
And that is expertly dealt with. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Luis Suarez. Can he finish? Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Milan have the chance. He's gone for goal! Oh, a very decent attempt.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that's gone loose. Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He won't be happy with that one. Van Basten. Taken back almost at once. Cafu. Ronaldinho is in a really good position out wide. So what can they make of this?
That's going in strongly.
Van Basten had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Van Basten! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Van Basten deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And it's Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! Oh, another save.
Yeah, while he won't be happy with some of the defending in front of him, he can hold his head high. That was a fantastic stop.
Pirlo. It's Gullit. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Hullet. Wriggles his way through. Pirlo. Keeper's ball. Bellingham. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. So we reach the halfway point.
Milan ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained.
Great hit! And it's a goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage to every one of his teammates from here.
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
So we have the first goal.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dress, shot a goal!
Seedorf. Bellingham. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Passing is crisp and sharp. Van Basten. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Milan can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Great defending, strong and determined. Cole. Cafu. Ronaldinho. And the flag has stayed down. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And here's Suarez. And he's only too happy to take that back.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Shevchenko does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Cole! And the ball's come loose here. He's done very well to get to that.
Cole actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
He's had a hit! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Now he's off and running. And it's Van Basten. Oh, easy pickings there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
And here's Seedorf. Ronaldinho.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Played back in. Costa Curta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Cole. And that has been cleared.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's Van Basten! It's a goal! And with that goal comes comfort!
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
That's a shade optimistic. And he cuts out the supply. 75 minutes played. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Cole! Great work on the overlap. And it's De Bruyne. And that is a little undercooked. De Bruyne. Now it's Shevchenko. Milan can consider themselves just about safe now. Cole, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
No, he's not going to get any further than that. And here's Suarez. And he's being shifted off it. Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, it's gone
Sostituzione per il
That
Milan.
can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Attenzione,
in. So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that's well spotted. We are into stoppage time. It's Roberto. And it's Luis Suarez. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that's that. Milan can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Van Basten taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I enjoyed that, Peter. Both teams went about their work in a really committed manner, and for me it just always held an interest.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.